Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to your new moon in Libra reading. And the new moon in Libra, of course, is coming up around October 6th. It's going to be at 5:05 a.m. Mountain Standard Time is when it's going to be at its fullness. So depending on where you're at in the world, you can figure that out there. And the energy of this new moon, of course, it's Libra, so it's all about compromise, give and take, negotiating or renegotiating. And then with this new moon with Libra, it can include a restart of some kind. And it ends with a healthy and well-balanced result. You know, the Libra tint to it all can suggest doing things in pairs or doing these new things in pairs. And it can either be with another human who's of like mind. You know, Libra is the air sign, which is, representative of swords, suit, and it's about your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs. So it's someone of like mind. It's like this balanced individual with you on either side. Not like this, where this is showing out of balance, right? It's more of a balanced pair. Or if you're not really looking for a human of like mind, then you can have this, the pair that you can have is pairing up with spirit. And that would be the less dramatic choice, right? Usually. And a Libra is also the sign of love and harmony, negotiation and relationships. So it's harmonious, it's kind, it's luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So it doesn't like this out of balance feeling. It's wanting to balance things out. Now, this is the new moon in Libra, and so when you're looking at the cycles of the new moon to the full moon, even outside of it happening monthly, you can look at the full cycle. It's a 6-month full cycle of going from a new moon in Libra to a full moon in Libra back to a new moon in Libra. So the last full moon that we've had in Libra in the past was March 28th of this year. And that was a time of things climaxing in areas that, in these areas we've talked about of our lives, right? And since then, when you move from a full moon to a new moon, it's about what you're letting go. So since then, you've been letting things fall away that no longer serve those events, or you've been at least thinking about what you want to let go. And now that we're headed close to the new moon, now's the time to balance all that out. So what we're going to be asking for in this reading, because we're going to do a special reading just for your each individual sign, we're going to ask, what are you ready to balance to ignite that new start? Or what does the Creator want you to know about balancing and about this new start? So we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading right now, and we shall find out the answers. Here we go. All right, all my Cancer signs, this is your reading for the new moon in Libra. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from this Clarity deck. And this is a deck that is made by a company called Girls Gone Happy. And that just makes me happy saying that. I just get tickled every time I say that and see their Girls Gone Happy logo. Because regardless if you're a boy, a girl, or however you identify, today I'm officially announcing we're all honorary Girls Gone Happy. And this card we're pulling is going to represent what the Creator wants you to know about balance in your life. And we'll see what message comes. So, Creator, for our lovely Cancer signs, what do you want them to know about balance in their life? Okay, that's the one there. And then we're also going to pull some cards here from the Everyday Tarot. And these are going to represent clarity about whatever is revealed there. Critter, so what do you want to clarify? Okay, that's number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay. And then we're also going to pull a card here from the Crystal Medicine Oracle. And this is going to be what the Creator wants you to know about what medicine is available to you to help with whatever situation is revealed here, or what tool can be used to help bring balance or deal with whatever is coming up with us here. So, Creator, for our Cancer signs, what medicine do you want them to be aware of? What tool do you want to bring to their attention? There we go. And then we're also going to pull a card here from the Divine Directions. And this is going to be like what the Creator wants you to know overall for this period as well. This is the final message. So, okay. Right, and then that is going to go right here on the balancing beam here. And then once we go through up to this point, before we pull that card, we're also going to get clarification on once you apply the medicine or the tool, what the Creator wants you to know. So we'll get to that in a sec, but we're going to reveal this first, and you've got hope. Yay! Beautiful. And it says, think of a big dream that you have. How do you stop yourself from moving forward with this dream? What are you trying to protect by doing so? Yay. Yep, so definitely. It's a great message about, definitely balance. When we were talking about, what does the Creator want you to know about balance and, bringing that balance into your life and, this energy that comes in with the Libra is like, what are you ready to change to bring that balance into your life? Because, there's like this out of balance somewhere, right? And so with this, how do you stop yourself from moving forward? That's the obstacle. And it's like, what are you trying to do? How is that protecting you? Why is the obstacle there? Why are you hiding behind it? What are you afraid of? And we'll get clarification here with these cards here. Yeah. So you got the Four of Swords. Swords are your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And what I love about this card is you have the Three of Swords up here, which I call the expectations card. And it usually has three swords that are piercing a heart, because what are we afraid of, right, is if that expectation doesn't get fulfilled, or we don't live up to someone else's expectations, what does it mean about us? And what's going to happen to us? Are we going to get rejected? Are we going to get ridiculed? Are we going to be taken outside the city gates and stoned? Probably not, right? But what are we afraid of? What pressure do we have ourselves under to, live by? What I love about this, though, is that you've got the Ace of Swords here. And the Ace of Swords is what is used to, it's our powerful gift that's given to us. It's our power of choice. It gives us that ability to cut away those things that no longer serve us, cut away those thoughts, those expectations that are not true, our small t truths that are based on the ego and based on opinion and based on all this fear stuff, when we're really like, what, who said that I have to do that I need to do that I should do that I'm supposed to do that, all those expectation words that are flags to show us like, oh, that's an expectation, but you can rest, they're asleep in the dark here and have peace of mind because they know that they have the ability to remove those obstacles, to remove those thoughts that don't serve them, and that's connecting them, because the Ace of Swords also represents like the capital T truth. It brings us the truth, and so that allows us to be free. And then you've got the Two of Pentacles. This is all about the balance here. And you can see the infinity symbol here, right? And so pentacles are about your outside world, and it's really about this balance. I always look at this as like, this is your higher self and this is your physical self. And it's important to balance, it's like, this is the out of balance feeling is what, you're going to get seasick because of that. If it's up and down and up and down, and it's not this smooth balance between them two, then that's, when we feel like we're hopeless and all is lost in the stormy sea back here, right? But when we connect to our higher self and we understand that there's more to us than just us, more than just this human body, this human character, but that there's this mighty, powerful actor behind this character we're playing in this planet. Our soul, our higher self. It's a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And when you bring in this balance and you bring in spirit, your higher self, into your physical world, then it becomes this beautiful, hopeful, type of situation instead. And you realize what is, when it talked about here about think of a big dream you have, sometimes that big dream is based on expectations instead of what you really want, what your soul really wants. A lot of times we're told, you're supposed to, again, expectation indicator, you're supposed to be in a relationship and supposed to have children and supposed to have a really good paying job and supposed to be in this really big house and then supposed to have this really nice car and supposed to, and it's all this stuff. And you're like, well, that's the dream. You're like, well, yeah, that's the dream. But what's your dream? And that's what this is getting down to, is finding this capital T truth. What is your big dream? Not the dream that the world tells you you're supposed to have, but what is your dream? Because some of the times what's stopping you is because you really, it's not your dream, and so you're not ready to make the sacrifices or pay the cost for that dream because it's not what you want, right? Yay. And then you have the Four of Swords, and I have the Four of Wands. And fours are very solid energy, and with it being wands, this is your energy, your spark, your drive, your ambitions. And it's also about celebration. And so it kind of has like two messages. The one message is that don't wait until the end. Like if you do know what your dream is, and you're like, well, then is, I'm here now, but then I can be happy and enjoy life and celebrate. But that's years away. So until then, I'm not celebrating. But if you celebrate each step as you're going along and you're enjoying the journey in the moment, that's what's beautiful. Because if you're not enjoying life now, when you have this, you won't enjoy life either. Because if you're not able to be in the moment and be happy with what is, once you get here, there's going to be more ahead. It becomes, oh, okay. The carrot gets moved and moved and moved and moved and moved, and then you're never happy. So this is about be happy in the moment with what you have and the progress, that you're making, the steps that you've taken. Celebrate them, be with them. And there's also this dreaminess about this, which I'm kind of like, because this can mean marriage and it's a celebration, it's a get together, etc. But I really feel like, again, that's this dreaminess of, that's what I'm supposed to want and how I'm supposed to enjoy it. This is the popular dream. This is the popular emotion I'm supposed to have about that dream. This is the popular thoughts and opinions that are out there. So those should be mine. And it's like, you don't have to be the popular, You didn't come here to regurgitate and clone yourself after everyone else. You came here to live your adventure and go on your own. Let's see what comes from this here. This is the medicine, of course. Oh, yeah, and you got beauty. And you got autumn. And this is the number 3. And the name of the crystal is this here. Is that Eudolite? Something like that. I apologize if I murdered that. And yeah, this is definitely about finding your inner beauty and finding your, what makes you happy, what makes you feel beautiful, what makes you feel loved, not what the popular opinion is, right? Because it says you've pulled this card into your awareness today as a reminder of the beauty that is within you and around you at all times. There's a whole lot of truth in the old saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And you'll see what you want to see, and now it's time to recognize the beauty that's in everything. because you don't see the world as it is, you see the world as you are, right? So as you change your beauty on the inside and how you see things, the world changes around you. And it says, have you been rushing through life and not taking time to smell the roses? Are you judgmental about the way you look or about some of your personal traits? Have you been feeling unworthy? Is it hard to accept yourself at times? It's time now to drop deeply into your own beauty and start to accept and love yourself unconditionally. You have the beauty of the universe within you, and now it's time to embrace it. It's difficult at times to recognize beauty because of prejudices and preconceived ideas, expectations, right? So you are now encouraged to move beyond these old perceptions and see the radiance that is offered to you. You're invited to do what is required to align to your beauty. You are beautiful inside and out, and now it's time to know this at a deeper level. And the medicine here is autumn. This is autumn is the third season of the year between summer and winter, a time when the leaves are falling from trees. This is a time when fruits are ripe and ready to eat, a time of richness, beauty, and mystery. It's when the temperature starts to drop and we begin to prepare for the colder months. It's also naturally a time of reflection, self-care, and preservation, a time where the animals start collecting and storing food and making their safe home for the winter. Because the days and nights are of similar length, autumn is also recognized as being a time to find balance and inner peace. So connect to this powerful season to assist you in finding your inner radiance and inner beauty. And that Eudolite, whatever that crystal name is there, that does can assist you to recognize your self-worth. It helps you to know your beauty, and it's associated, of course, with self-love. And that is beautiful because the number 3 is also the Empress in the major arcana, which she is all about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself. And she's very much about, nature's about every season has its purpose. She doesn't worry about what season it is. She understands there's a time for harvest, time for things to go dormant, time for things to sprout, a time for things to grow, and again, to bear fruit. To then go into hibernation. She knows that there's a scheme and there's a plan for it, and it happens on purpose. But there's also not so many rules and regulations out there in nature. The 4 and the 5 that come after her in the major arcana are the Emperor and the Hierophant, which are all about rules and organizing, trying to have human egos behave, and so they have all these rules on how to get along with each other, and then power, hunger sneaks in, and people try to create rules that keep them in power and get them more power. And the Hierophant does the same thing, but it's about our spiritual lives and our so it's like kind of popish type of authorities over people's spiritual life, or spiritual leaders of sorts, and so all those come after her and are the ones that make us feel all these expectations, all this heaviness that comes. So I love that, you have this, because that's what sets you free. That's what removes these blocks out of your way. It's what gives you confidence. She's all about birthing new things. She's usually pregnant in the, in the pictures, and she's bountiful, and she's focused on just joy, and definitely this connection to the divine feminine. And then let's take a look here and see what the Creator wants you to know once you connect with your inner beauty. What comes next? What do they want you to know? Okay. Yeah, you have the Fool, which is beautiful. New adventure, new beginning, new huge beginning. It means that with this, there's this major cycle that ends, and you begin, this brand new adventure. It also represents the soul. For me, it's before you come down here, you're choosing, how you want to live and all the experiences you want to experience. And so before you veil your memory of who you really are, this powerful being, you make all these decisions to do everything and then make the leap. So I really love that this is connecting to your soul. It talks about finding unconditional love for yourself. You find that in connecting to your higher self, your soul, your spirit, who you really are. And so that is so perfect for it. Yeah, because then you have the Ace of Wands. And the wands, we're talking about energy, spiritual energy, new drive, ambition, new passion. But you definitely have all this new energy that comes flowing into you, and it's being offered by the divine. So it comes in through this connection to your higher self. And it is amazing because when you are spending so much energy like maintaining all these expectations of the outside world, everything that you were told, all these opinions, all the should be's, need to, have to be's, all those, when you're spending so much energy trying to make everyone else happy and trying to live the dream everyone else wants you to live or help everyone else with their dreams, it's exhausting because all your energy is going out here. But when you start pulling back and going, no, you get that Ace of Swords, cutting away those beliefs, and you start retaining that energy instead of going out to that thing, start staying within you, and you just feel this love energy just growing within you, this excitement, this passion for your life, for your real dream really kicks in. And so I love that. Yeah, and then you have the Five of Pentacles. And what's good about this card is the Five Pentacles is all about our belief in lack, and the message. And once what you become aware of is that you're not alone. I mean, you can see here. Here's the universe. It's like this is representing like spiritual, like religion, but it's more spiritualness, and that all these dots, all these stars in the sky are actually like orbs and angels in the universe, that they're the ones that really support you and bring you abundance into your life, and it's actually even cloaking you. And so this is like this awareness that when you place your worth in the outside world, you do feel abandoned, you do feel like you're out in the cold, you do feel like you're in winter instead of autumn, and you feel helpless, right? You feel hopeless. But when you realize how connected you are to the universe and how abundance comes from the Creator, our abundance doesn't come from the middleman out here. They're all the shipping company. They're all the ones that deliver it, but the Creator is the one that brings it all to us. And so, of course, the Creator, Mother and Father of all things, has endless, limitless resources. And so we don't have to feel like our dreams can't come true. We don't have to feel like we're less than. You actually, when you connect to this inner beauty, that 3 is reminding me of the Trinity. And you realize with the Mother and the Father of all things that you become the child in that relationship. And it's not like I'm one child of trillions and trillions and trillions, and I hardly get any time with the Creator because, I'm the middle child of the billions and trillions of souls. What's amazing is the Creator can be everywhere all at once, fully present. And so we can have this only child relationship with the Creator. The Creator is like so willing to spoil us if we'll just open up to abundance, see our worthiness, and just look to the Creator and go, hey, Mother and Father, I'm ready to be spoiled. I have this dream that I'd like to have come true, because I want this for me. And they'll be like, all right, let's look at that, and again, when we decide before we come down here as our soul on everything we want to experience, sometimes if we have a dream that's against what we want to experience, then the Creator has to have this nice little talk with us, right? And go, I know this is what you want right now, while you're down here in this game, but when you see things from the higher perspective and you know what your soul wanted to experience, that isn't the best thing for you for your experience here. Can I offer you something else? And that's where the trust and the faith in the Creator comes in, right? When they're like, well, I don't know if that's the best thing for you. And you're like, well, what do you suggest? I know you have my best, wishes, my best life, and unconditional love for me. So what do you recommend? And we can trust the Creator, right? All right. And then the final message here, divine direction, is decide. It's time for you to make a decision. Call upon your spirit guides for help. Yep. So it's time to decide what your dream really is and really connect to your higher self, which allows you to connect to the Creator, Spirit, your guardian angels, your spirit guides that it specifically mentions, your loved ones who've lived here and have returned home, your ancestors, and just a whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light are available there. You do have things that you want to have happen in your life that you decided before you came down here. They're working all that out. But while we're here, we can still ask of our own free will, because they won't mess with our free will. But if from our free will, we ask them, hey, I'd like some answers. Can you give me some insights? Can you show me? And they're just so ready to aid us in that, but they won't pass that boundary of free will. So if we ask, then they're like, woohoo! They're like so excited that we asked. And so I try to ask every day as much as I can. Just say, Creator, all of, that host of my posse on the other side, I give you permission of my own free will to come and meddle in my life, bring me what's best for my highest experience of unconditional love here. That's for my highest experience. You know best. So show me messages, bring those situations to me. I'm all open, and that can transform. So loving this for you. Just know as you go throughout this experience that every moment of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, like an only child. And I love you too. So have an amazing new moon in Libra. And I'm sure that I'll be talking to you very soon. You take care.